Hey y'all, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. We doing a recap of the K Flock trial. Hopefully, I swear to God that this is going to be a short video. Oh my God, I can't see. And hopefully, StreamYard is acting okay. Hold on, y'all. I was frying some chicken. Let me take this chicken out. 1 minute. 1 minute. Oh no, I want that. Oh, I wanted to get a little browner. So anyway, let's do a recap on K Flock with his Lord. If I was Lord like 30 years younger, he'll be my boyfriend for real. K Flock was has been found guilty of several crimes in connection to his alleged involvement in the Seaside Gang. On the second day of his RICO trial, a jury of his peers returned mostly but not all guilty verdicts, according to the Inner City Pass. The New York rapper was convicted of racketeering conspiracy, use of a firearm resulting in death, attempted murder, and assault with a dangerous weapon in aid of racketeering, and the use of a firearm for attempted murder and assault with a dangerous weapon. He was acquitted on the charge of murder in aid of racketeering, which was a good thing. He won't he won't get a life sentence. He'll have some numbers behind him. And and when I think about this case, it's a shame. He was protecting his friend, and then your friend get on the stand and testify against you. Wow. Ain't no loyalty. This is not like it was when I grew up. There was loyalty. There's no more loyalty. If you do anything, all I'm going to say, do it by your damn self. That's how you do that. In a statement, acting U.S. Attorney Patrick Podolsky of the U.S. Attorney General Office, Southern District of New York, officially announced the verdict. Kevin Perez, aka K Flock, was the leader of a neighborhood street gang known as Save Side. I didn't know he was the leader because my son like his music, love his music. And with that gang, he committed a series of gang motivated shootings. Podolsky's statement read, Perez, a drill rapper, instilled fear across the community with his violent actions, and then threatened rivals, bragged about shooting, and taunted victims in rap lyrics. But a but an unanimous jury has now found Perez can no longer hide behind his music and instead will be held to account for his violent crimes. It's raining like cats and dogs. That's what y'all hearing. Thanks to the hard work of career prosecutors of this office and our law enforcement partners, the cycle of violence that Perez engaged in is over. This office remains resolute in its commitment to prosecuting gang members who sow fear and spread violence on our city streets, the statement read. And these RICO and racketeering was made for the mafia. But now they need bodies in those prisons. And y'all young folk and gangs, them days over with. They coming hard and they giving y'all football numbers. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. It really is not. To lose your whole life for a group of people, your boys who probably gonna testify against you. In February 2023, Flock, Devin Mason, Irvin Beeman, Nicholas Johnson, Josie Castro, Isaiah Rolson, Mitchell Grant, and Sean Smith were accused of murder and numerous shootings in the Bronx area from 2020 to 2022. The murder of 24-year-old Oscar Hernandez was the centerpiece in this prosecution's case. Hernandez was shot outside of Harlem Barbershop on December 16, 2021. The NYPD reported that Hernandez was shot in the neck and back after running out of the barbershop when Flock passed by. Flock's legal team argued throughout the trial that the shooting was in self defense. He sure is a nice looking guy. Yeah, nice looking damn. What a, let me see. Was acquitted on the charge. Yes, he was acquitted on the charge of murder and aid of racketeering, but was found guilty on several others, including racketeering conspiracy, which is the RICO, use of a firearm, attempted murder, and assault with a dangerous weapon, and aid of racketeering. His sentencing gonna be July 16th. Let me just make sure. Is this anything new in here? He is facing a life sentence. Let me see if there's anything new in this report. Oh, so this kind of how it went. Count two, not guilty. Count three, guilty. Count four, guilty. Count five, guilty. That's pretty much how it went. The verdict brings to close a trial that began on March 10th and included multiple cooperating witnesses. One witness for the state and former K Flock associate testified that K Flock shot a rival gang member as retaliation for the friend shooting. However, that witness' sister testified that it was a fight. The New York rapper's legal team argued the 2021 murder Flock is accused of committing was actually done in self defense and also assisting the case was an attack on drill rap. It is anytime they want to use lyrics, it is. K Flock was initially charged in a multi person federal RICO indictment in February 2023 while he was in custody for the 2021 murder of Oscar Hernandez, authorities say. Flock has been in custody since December of 2021 when he turned himself in for the Hernandez killing, faces the possibility of mandatory life in prison. Oh, that's 31st. Okay, let me get to the 31st. Do, 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 do. I swear to God, this, what's the problem? Oh, cancel. That's the problem. No, the 31st was Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Trying to see what's on this other one. All right, now these the animals. Stop. Y'all just hold on a minute. Oh, that's that Bowlesburg, that corrupt judge. He going down too. Oh, that's the PDF file. Well, couldn't have hit. Oh, shoot. I think I had this wrong. It's March 21st. I can't see at night for some reason. Baby, they about to get little baby. Well, he lawyered up anyway, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Who is this? No, that's the Canadian. I thought it said the 31st. I don't think it's nothing. Oh, that's Yellow Beezy. We already talked about him. All right, I ain't gonna worry about it. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna start here, and we're gonna be done with K Flock, and we'll be back to see his sentencing. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing.
K Flock is being snitched on by his own gang member. It was announced. K Flock reportedly used a firearm against someone who used one against his friend in 2020. Today, the friend he defended is testifying against him. The snitch's name in the case is Brockington, aka Dougie in the streets. Not to be confused with Dougie B, K Flock's best friend. Brockington was arrested for selling on the streets. As a result, he took a plea deal with the state and agreed to inform against Flock. But with these recent updates of Flock in his jail cell, he seems to be doing just fine.
Talk to them, Flock. Talk to them, my God. So come on, man. You got these little boys walking around with no juice, Flock. They need you. They need you, Flock.
K Flock believes in his defense team that he will be set free. However, the snitch could affect his release date. It's important to read the case file to understand Flock's release date, as prosecutors asked Dougie, aka Brockington, in court, "After you got hit, who called you in the hospital?" Dougie answered, "KK called." He said, "You know we got you, bro." The prosecutors confirm KK refers to Flock, and Dougie says, "Yes, he was going to retaliate against whoever hit me." To ask it straight up, the prosecutors say, "They hit them up in retaliation for you?" Dougie responds that someone got grazed in the incident and they retaliated against him. They asked, "Did you see K Flock with a firearm?" Dougie snitched out Flock by saying he did, and that he was arguing with rival team members who had been circling circling their block. This lines up perfectly with the charge with the passing of Oscar Hernandez. Flock is seen on camera walking in the city with his sister. On this day, K. Flock wore a blue coat, a shiesty mask, and designer jeans. It's important to note that just minutes before coming into frame, Flock was on IG Live yelling at his ops before putting his phone away. In the footage, you see Flock walking past the barbershop. Oscar immediately notices Flock from inside the shop and runs out to him asking, "What are you looking at?" With a lot of history between the two, they began yelling at each other back and forth. Once they had enough shouting, K. Flock continued on his way as he didn't want to put his sister in any danger. Oscar continued to look after K. Flock. For a second, he hesitated and thought back into the barbershop, again inside his jacket pockets. With K. Flock noticing this and still being followed, Flock whipped out his firearm from his jacket and used it against Oscar. Hitting him multiple times, Oscar tried running back to the barbershop but fell onto the sidewalk. Once Flock stopped firing, he fled the scene, leaving Oscar lying on the sidewalk by himself. In an attempt to save his life, witnesses at the scene dialed 911. Oscar was quickly rushed to a local slides that he was wearing. For the first 24 hours afterwards, Flock thought he got away with the crime. The NYPD collected security footage from the scene but had no clue who the masked man was. And with no leads, law enforcement asked the public for help. They posted this photo of the suspect from the crime, asking for help identifying him. Unfortunately for Flock, he had too many eyes on him with his music career, because not only Flock tipped off the NYPD.
Come on, StreamYard every time. I'm gonna stop paying y'all. That's what I'm gonna do.
Had a warrant for his arrest almost immediately. And with Flock knowing his time was up, he used his last hours to hire one of the best lawyers in the world. The two met up the following day and walked into the NYPD's 30th precinct. At the same time, his lawyer released a statement. "Yesterday, I accompanied Kevin as he self-surrendered to detectives in the 30th precinct. Arrangements were immediately made with the NYPD once I learned he was wanted. As to the charges against him, we have begun our investigation into these allegations to review the case and further investigate the DA for the disclosure." K. Flock's lawyer was given all the evidence the feds had and started on K. Flock's defense.
When the guy hits the ground and is found, he's got a loaded that was in his pocket that his hand was on at the time. We consider that to be selfless. I don't want to talk too much about the details of the government claims that he pulled it. But at the same time, the person that was drowned had his hand on a illegal loaded.
Okay. So without saying too much, you're arguing obviously self-defense.
That could be one of the arguments, self-defense. And I would say to the public, seems well long. Do you want to get, or do you not want to?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hesitate to pull it.
Shortly after the NYPD released their statement, they believed the incident resulted from a long-time beef between street teams. They realized Flock has a long-time affiliation with the Bronx Third Side team. It's on record that Flock was heavily involved in street crime previous years leading up to this incident. With Flock being a big name in the streets, he had a lot of power on decisions, and he would often be targeted when his ops retaliated. This destroyed his name.
He showed nice look.
His best beloved.
Okay, but so I'm done because just because I guess in our tone when we talked about it, it might have seemed like we were being a little too presumptuous. But is that weird for you? Because I'm sure you see people all the way from rappers to whoever acting like
y'all gonna stop going on Vlad TV and No Jumper dealing with them other people telling all y'all business and catch cases. Y'all gonna stop doing it, telling your crimes and everything. I don't know what's wrong with you. I gotta take my chicken out. I'll be right back. Cool. This is all done. Y'all gonna stop that. It just made no sense. And y'all go on the platforms, tell all your business, just all of it. Oh my God. I don't know. And it just moved. Move between the damn dog. Lost my spot. I don't know why this thing can't just ever stay how I want it. I need to find another way. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that one go. All right, here we go. I'm back. I'm back.
You know K Flock's own gang member is snitching against him in his trial. It would be announced Bronx drill rapper K Flock reportedly used a firearm against someone who used one against his friend in 2020. Today, that friend then testified against him. The snitch's name is Brockington, otherwise known on the street as Dougie, not the rapper Dougie B. But Dougie was arrested for selling. He took a plea deal and threw K Flock right under the rug. The prosecutors would ask Dougie, after you got hit, who called you into the hospital? Brockington, aka Dougie, said,
Okay, we
KK
just
called.
heard
He said,
that.
You know we got you, bro.
So I'm gonna let that one go.
In a few short moments.
Free slime, hello.
Before the trial started, some of KK's friends started to post, wishing him good luck. Starting with Nas EBK, who's currently sitting in jail for a body as well. He wrote, "Let's bring Twin home ASAP." C Blue posted a throwback of him and Flock at a concert, writing on top, "Free you, my brother. Can't wait to have these moments again. Good luck today."
I don't need security. See blue here. I know it. Yo, Sanders, get cracking. Be outside. Be outside.
Cito Blick posted a quick video of him walking to the courthouse saying, "Free Flocker." Mono Baby posted a video walking to the courthouse as well, writing, "No phone. Free, bro."
Yo, if I don't answer my phone, I'm stuck at corporate KK, man. What the fuck going on?
K Flock reposted it saying that he loves him. B Love made a post with a message to Flock that wrote, "Wishing you the best, champ. K Flock, I love you, ninja." Flock replied saying, "Love you more, bro. Good looking." Now let's get into the documents that was released by the feds. The sealed indictment started off listing the names of the defendants. Kevin Perez, also known as K Flock. Devin Mason, also known as BJ. Irvin Beanman, also known as EJ. Nicholas Johnson, also known as Nick. Sean Smith, also known as Sticky. And Josie Castro.
I get
also
all
known
the
as
info,
Jessie.
don't I, son?
Count 1. Racketeering and conspiracy. The grand jury charges from at least in or about 2017, up to and including the present, K Flock, BJ, EJ, Nick, Sticky, and Jessie.
I do too. Go buy us one.
The defendants and others known and unknown were members and associates of a criminal organization named Sevside, or DOA, short for Dead on Arrival, which operated principally in the Belmont neighborhood of the Bronx, New York. Members and associates of Sevside/DOA engaged in, among other activities, robberies, wire fraud, bank fraud, and acts involving murder and assault.
Wow.
Sevside/DOA, including its leadership, its membership, and its associates, constituted an enterprise, as defined by Title 18, United States Code, Section 1961. That is, a group of individuals associated, in fact, although not a legal entity. Sevside DOA constituted an ongoing to this indictment. Sevside was engaged in, and its activities affected, interstate and foreign commerce. K Flock, BJ, EJ, Nick, Sticky, and Jessie, the defendants, participated in unlawful and other activities in furtherance of the conduct of Sevside. The purposes of Sevside/DOA included the following: A. Preserving and protecting the power and territory of Sevside. And members and associates. Acts involving murder, assault, other acts of violence, and threats of violence or frauds. C. Promote associates.
Wow.
D. Keeping victims and potential victims in fear of the enterprise and its members and associates through acts and threats of violence. Members and associates of Sevside promoted and celebrated the criminal conduct of DOA on social media websites such as Instagram and Facebook, and through reference to real acts of violence in songs posted publicly on websites such as YouTube. Notice of special sentencing factors. On or about December 16, 2021, in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, K. the defendant, murdered and abetted the murder of Oscar Hernandez in the vicinity of
My phone on the next video. I'm just going to use my phone.
aided and abetted the same, and under circumstances evincing a depraved indifference to human life, K. Flock recklessly engaged in conduct which created a grave risk of death to another person, and thereby caused the death of Hernandez, and aided and abetted the same. Count 4. Violent crime of racketeering. November 10, 2021, assault with a dangerous weapon and attempted murder. Or about November 10, 2020, in the Southern District, New York, and elsewhere, K. Flock, BJ, and EJ, the defendants, and others known and unknown, knowingly assaulted an individual with a dangerous weapon and attempted to murder an individual, and aided and abetted the same, to wit, Perez and Beeman shot at rival gangers, and aided and abetted the shooting at rival gang members in the vicinity of Mathewson Road and Roberto Clemente State Park. Now here's where things get interesting, because the government is going to try to use evidence from Flock's prior music video lyrics against him in court.
Come on, man.
Certain rap video excerpts should be admitted. In order noted that the government had submitted 3 representative music videos and concluded that 2 of those videos, titled Who Really Buggin' and FTO, were admissible, and a third, Brotherly Love, would be admissible in its entirety, without prejudice to the government moving to admit a more limited portion. Consistent with the principles the court articulated in the order, the government has submitted additional video clips with accompanying transcripts of lyrics described below, which it respectfully submits are admissible.
I don't think lyrics should be used in trials, but they did that in YSL. They're going to do that in Little Baby. Lyrics should not be permissible.
Very limited portion of Brotherly Love. GX601 is a song titled Ready for War by the rapper E. Baby. The government leader of the OY gang.
Oh, he died in
lived the Sugar Hill
2022.
neighborhood of Upper Manhattan. The neighborhood in which the defendant shot and killed was Hernandez for 620. The government also.
I'm using my phone.
Social media
F
evidence in which the
StreamYard.
defendant repeatedly threatened to shoot E. Baby. These are most likely clips that the government is going to try and use.
You with my Gaza, bro. Hey, what about this? It's up in his stomach, like it's over. But what am I? Yeah, he called me every trip copy. What a bro.
Ready for War music video depicting E. Baby and his associates making hand signs that witnesses will testify are associated with the OYs, including making the Sev side hand sign at the end of the video, pointed down, which witnesses will testify shows disrespect to the defendant's gang. The video also depicts several locations in Sugar Hill in the blocks immediately surrounding where the defendant shot Hernandez, including a park and a brownstone. Video evidence and witness testimony will show that the defendant, armed with a gun, visited those locations looking for OY's gang members in the hour before he shot and killed Hernandez.
Wow.
GX6.
Wow. Because I'm not going to let all that play. Wow.
Murder 1. He's not charged with manslaughter 2. Nothing like that. These are his charges. Racketeering. That is everything else under murder and racketeering for the comedy, right?
Right. I think we already know that. We already know that.
Beats the body. He's not a violent person. How he takes care of people around him. He's not this violent person the government is portraying to be. So let's go to the second part. The defense offers that they intend to call Chanel Anderson in the defense case, according to Rule 26.2, materials provided by the defense, which consists of Ms. and there's only 7 questions. It appears that Ms. Anderson will testify regarding the following topics. South Side is the name of it. And the block and influence in the area and had inspired other people to go into entertainment. So they're going to say the same people that they bring up, now, gang members, this and that, they're going to say, yeah, he inspired them to do whatever they do, whatever music they do. But it has nothing to do with it. The defense volunteered at an unnamed anti-gun violence program. So they're going to bring up an anti-gun violence program that I guess Black was a part of. You know what I mean? It help other rappers in the neighborhood get involved in the music industry. The toys for the children. Set up work in feeding the homeless. 46? Ooh, that's a lot of blocks. Yeah, it's about 82 blocks right there. You know? So 187th Street is considered a high crime neighborhood. So they're going to be asking they also community events such as closed drive-ins, previously incarcerated individuals. The government does not dispute that the defense is entitled to call a witness, be it Ms. Anderson or other individual to testify that South Side is a name for a neighborhood. However, the defense may not elicit either through Ms. Anderson or anyone else testimony regarding, like basically her testimony is, they're going to try to limit her testimony. That's what that is. That, like how y'all seen Kevin Lyles do with Young Thug. So the guy who actually unalived Nazi, he was sentenced to 18 years for the crime.
Wow.
He was sentenced to 18 years for this crime. The attorney also announced that a Bronx man has been sentenced in the Belmont neighborhood.
I'm so sick of this.
District Attorney Clark said too many teams in Bronx have not do more to protect our youth while providing them opportunities to do better, to do better their future, they are alternative to violence communities to show these kids they don't need to end up as victims or in prison. We need to make it so they can't get their hands on weapons and start with stopping the flow. He was caught when he was making a Rashada, but he got sentenced at 22. Last 184th in the Bronx was sentenced to April 12, 2023, and to 18 years in prison in 5 years post supervision by Bronx Supreme Court. Well,
wow, that he'll still be 40 when he come home.
You know, that just made my head spin. Yeah.
Wow.
The defendant pled guilty to first degree manslaughter on February 22nd, 2022. Yeah, the victim, Nasir, that's ready for war. Yeah, he's saying ready for war. Sugar Hill, we get the money. Where are 2 chops? 2 goals. He's talking about 2 uns. You know, they asking him about the lyrics of the songs. I told you it was gonna be the song.
That's
the song was gonna make it
man.
Happen.
But K-Pop's biggest ops, YGZ gang member, snitched on him. Man, that's what I'm saying. You think these people, yo, friend? This Hassan Campbell, I love him.
I'm a tribal leader. I'm a family man. I'm from the streets. But I'm a homebody. I've been to jail. Never been to college. But I feel like I'm on my way to being a scholar. You dig? So I got a little bit of everything in me. I come from the streets where, what about your friends?
Yep.
Are they going to stand their ground? Are they going to be around? CMB. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. You know, I come from that where when you find somebody that got your back in the battlefield, all we had was us. Now I'm looking at this situation and I'm feeling some type of way.
Me too.
In the streets.
Yep.
Almost got it turned off. He in the hospital. We got you.
Yeah.
See, a lot of the times, especially in my generation, you know, dudes was getting tore up, getting shot, but there was no retaliation. And when somebody loves you enough to hit the block, to shoot the shooter,
facts,
and you find yourself in jail years later, and one of those witnesses swearing the truth and nothing but the truth, putting their hands on the Bible and testifying against you and telling the judge, so help me God, I swear to tell the truth. Or somebody that had your back.
facts.
This is my definition.
That hurts.
Of snitching.
Facts. That hurts.
See, situation when you're dealing with cases like Big Meech, that's direct snitching. That's foul. Just foul play.
Right.
His hands clean and let somebody else do his dirty work.
Right.
When somebody loves you enough to go in the street and put laser tag, and hit the nigga that hit you,
wow,
you take the stand
against him.
My prayers go out to K-Fly.
Me too.
Not because I co-sign his lifestyle, because when I see that little young boy, that young man, when I look at him, I see myself. Single mother raising kids in the streets raised us too. Your mother trying to send you one way, and shout out to K-Flock's moms. Sorry I was so hard to pass. My prayers is with you, Mom Flock. I'm sorry I was so hard on you. I was inconsiderate to your struggles and your pains. You know, it's not all your fault, Mama Flock. The streets raised us too. And your son was a soldier. He ain't had no choice but to be a soldier. You know, he's what the streets made him. I was what the streets made me. Wow, just like that little nigga. at his age, like bodies just like him. Gonna turn him out because I don't go. He's coming home. He's gonna come home.
Facts.
But Flock may have to go through some things before God let him come home, because in each case, he may find himself in the streets with an even bigger case, fighting the beast all over again. When I was in jail, I was praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praying to Almighty God.
Wow. Wow. And I know that hurt him to his heart. I know that hurt him.
Sure. As of March 12th, 2025,
Okay, now I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to play that. This is the first day of the trial.
Well, now I'm back with some crazy news. So in today's video, K-Flock's trial has started, and I'm going to show you everything that happened on day one. First, we have DOA members pulling up to court to support K. AC Zoe posted on the way slum, along with a video captioned Slim Free Twin will be back shortly. He also shared 2 more clips. Sidoblit posted a video with the caption Free Flocka. Muna Baby also posted a video supporting K with the caption No phone, free bro at official K Floka. Now let's check out K Flock's friends showing him love before his trial starts. B Love said, wishing you the best, champ at official K Floka. C Blue said, free you, my brother. Can't wait to have these memories again. Good luck today. As EPK added, for an official K Floka, let's bring to a rap music is set to come in as the jury is in place. In a multi-defendant Bronx gang case, there was a
StreamYard down.
2023. U.S. District Court Judge Louis J. Lyman arraigned 3 of the defendants on July 31st, and all 3 pleaded not guilty. Regarding lead defendant Kevin Perez, the U.S. Attorney's Office informed the court that they would not seek the death penalty against him. On July 29th, Perez was in court with his retained counsel, who requested to delay the trial from September 9th to November 12th. However, this request was denied. The prosecution cited video things. The jury trial was rescheduled for March 10th, 2025. On March 4th, Judge Lehman ordered Perez's counsel to respond by March 7th to the U.S. argument that certain rap video excerpts should be admitted as evidence. On March 10th, just before 5 p.m., the jury was selected. The overall case is USA versus Perez.
Man, they should not have. Okay, this is day 2.
This defendant shot and killed Oscar Hernandez. You will hear the song OYK, OY Killer. You will hear from the defendant's own music videos and witnesses, including one who also killed a rival defense. Yes, you will hear rap lyrics. But who is on trial here? Rap music. The Bronx is rough. Being a rapper is not a crime. K Flock is not on trial. Prosecutor objects. Judge overrules. Defense continues. Does Kevin Perez have a right to defend himself? Yes, he grew up on Kelly Street and moved to 187th Street, Sev Side, Little Italy. It is tree-lined, AUSA. Objection. Judge overruled. Defense. His earliest memories. Judge. Sustained. Defense for playing music and bring law enforcement there. For outside, he was influenced by drill rap. DOA is a music collective, dollars over everything. Instagram was his ticket out of Sev's side. Defense, the killing in Harlem, he turned himself in. Hernandez followed my client. Defense, he is also charged with a violent incident on November 10th, 2021. There was no at that time. They have a confidential informant, and so PD Detective Eric Kim before the stand. PD Detective Eric Kim described the scene where Oscar Hernandez was shot. Jury is shown to defense cross-examining. Are you aware my client turned himself in? Detective Kim, where? Closing scene. Defense's final words to jury. No, oh why, was a victim in the evidence in this case. Walking through a park is not a crime. Op can mean several things. Follow your oath. Be fair. Thank you. Day 2 of K Flock's trial was intense. The battle between...
It's day 3.
Today is the 3rd day of the K Flock trials, and we have a lot to unpack. Now, I would firstly like to say a surface that explains that K Flock's former friend is now testifying against him in the trial. But what makes it even more interesting is that K Flock allegedly got back for him after he had been shot. We even see a video of the two play fighting together, having a good time. Now, there is some more general case info that's not as important, but still maybe interesting to view. I'll show you. But what you guys think is K Flock's man's in the wrong? Is the ultimate backdoor? And why do you think
Man, that's awful. This is New York City Drill Daily. Subscribe to his channel. That was 3. The hell done happened? No. Oh, there it go. Okay, I can let that go. Okay, this 4. Day 4.
It's your boy Skinny from the 9.
This is Skinny from the 9.
Like, subscribe, share, comment. Turn on post notifications on so you guys see when I try to make a new video. Because
This is day 4.
You guys didn't watch my content so I can get paid. Anyways, man, it's the 4th day of K Flock's trial. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, the streets is over. He's getting snitched on left and right. Today, another character witness came to the stand. Xander Rosado, he goes by Blitz. He's part of like the 800 group. He's currently doing 18 years for allegedly, well, not allegedly, he's in jail for it. He's in jail right now for killing Nazi. So I don't know if you heard some K-Flock songs.
Wow.
So we shout Nazi, and if you hear some of the Ops songs, like this, talking about the person that Rosado killed, Blitz, right? And apparently he took the stand to get time cut because he's currently doing 18. And so he's the op. So this Blitz from 800. Now that he killed now, and you man, I'm telling him too.
And then tell, right.
Telling him I don't care who gonna do something.
Right.
And this shit crazy, bro, cause like all of this stuff is just gonna hurt. This is hurt K Flock's character. I spoke in the other videos. This hurt K Flock's character. Basically today he came in because they're gonna use K Flock's lyrics against him and his lyrics. If you're like law enforcement or like a square, or if you're like the average consumer of hip hop, right? You hear some of these songs, you might not know what some of these references are, right? You might not know what some of the references or the slang that they're saying in the songs, right?
Facts, especially if you might.
Some of these metaphors and stuff. If you didn't know what a op meant, what's an op? Rosado, And Rosendo Rosano is part of this lifestyle, and he can testify and say that this is what this means and that's what that means, right? So that's really the whole reason to bring him up there. But that's the prosecution side. But on some street shit, like I just like how, bro, and the streets don't got no loyalty. Let this be a lesson to everybody, bro. You think because you think of some style as you, they gonna have the same morals, the same principle as you.
They don't.
Bro.
They don't.
It's every man for himself nowadays, bro. Every man for himself, bro.
Yep.
If you can't see what's going on just right in front of you, bro, this whole snitching code and this and intel, it don't matter no more, bro. It don't matter. This man, Xander Rosado, Blitz from 800, went up there, told on K Flock. He's doing time right now. He gotta go back. He gotta go back to prison, bro. And he gotta go.
And but still in prison, that rule still applies in prison. That rule still applies in prison. And so he gonna catch hell in prison for doing that. I mean, I don't know what happened. If you choose that lifestyle, I mean, there's codes and ethics that went with that. Not no more, but this day 5. I like this guy. Again, he is
from the 9, big skinny, not the
skinny
mini
from the
package,
9.
like, subscribe. Guys didn't even do anything, right? Some of those guys just happen to be there or be part of 9 Trey Bloods. So it's kind of very similar with the K Flock trial. So that's why they have the first day they had.
Oh, the 9 Trey Bloods. That I think that's who Takashi 6ix9ine 9 Trey Bloods. Yep. Damn, they still out.
K Flock's mans who told on him. Well, the first day was jury selection. Second day was Lance Brockington and because they need to prove that he's been involved in multiple shootings or he's been committing havoc to further the gang or getting back for his dead homies. So Lance Brockington, he got on the stand, basically told that K Flock has a vet. I got shot before, and K Flock went to go avenge it. Even though he didn't get caught for it back then, he's now telling people now. And his testimony is true. So that just shows that right there, that could fuck K Flock up in an event. Well, you've been shooting people, right? Then the second day they had his own the ops, right? The ops came to tell on him. So now there's the guy who killed Nazi, right? I made a video about that yesterday. So now they got his ops testifying that K Flock been putting in pain. K Flock has been putting in pain. So now today is the 5th. They go, they showed video recording of K Flock because he's wearing a mask. That I shot. Right? Like, he shot me. But he had a mask on. That right there makes you can have 100% identification because someone doesn't have a mask. So they showed videos of, I guess, K Flock being what took place before another shooting had happened. K Flock store, and they honestly, because like I said, he's wearing a mask. Like,
so how they identify him?
That shit's hella old. Like, you cannot flip on K Flock. They probably asked K Flock to flip, but K Flock is solid. He didn't flip. And yeah, man, this shit's getting crazy, bro. I don't really know. I don't have a prediction on this. I don't know what K Flock's fate could be in this, right? Because
man, I know that hurt. I know that hurt him. The man you take up for come and snitch on you. Lord, there go my son. I thought I had. Oh, where I thought I had the date on here for K Flock. What is this? Is this it? No, that ain't it. That must not be it. I had 321, 320, 324. I'd be glad when he get over that broken heart.
Like, it's crazy you be on the internet saying certain stuff, but
This is Kai Reality TV.
we wasn't friends. We had a phone report, and like his mindset was like something that has changed from somebody who people see on the internet now. And I guess his faith, because he really was praying. He really was. And I guess his faith, I guess that's what did, man. He's no longer facing count three. K Flock is no longer facing count three, y'all. Count three is now off. No one knew this. You had the lawyer guy sit there and say, even the lawyer guy, lawyer guy say, yo, he's still facing life. K Flock is no longer facing life in prison no more. Yeah. God has worked out for K Flock. A lot of people coming up, they say, Kyle, you owe him an apology. You owe him an apology. You was wishing. I wasn't wishing. I was reporting the facts. From day one, I was reporting the facts. Everybody said he was told y'all he was gonna eat the body from the beat.
He did say that. He did say that. Is this the sign? Oh shoot. Yo. Let me unsend that. I don't need that. That has to be 324. must not. So I'm trying to get 331, which was Sunday. And it's raining cats and dogs. Yeah. All this stuff I got in here for Big U. Here's the song. I just want to show this last piece. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is it. This last one. Found it.
Okay, Flock spoke out on Instagram Live after his trial ended. To understand his message, it's important to see this announcement. K Flock found not guilty of M charges, but guilty of 5 other charges, including possession of RICO. But with passing this was in charge, and with eating charge, it were released as the prosecutors saying. Misunderstood, the jury must determine whether the defendant, with his idiosyncrasies, believed the victim was about to use physical force. Because the judge wanted the jury to make their decision on Flock being a reasonable person. However, this report makes it seem like the jury took into account Flock's perspective and how he's grown up in the street life. Because of his unique mindset and fears, Flock truly believed Oscar was about to take him out. This made it easier to justify self-defense on the M charge, which had Flock speaking about it on Instagram.
Flock here, been a lot of talk about the trial. I just want to set the record straight though. Make my first official statement about it. I want to give thanks to everybody who supported me and kept me in their prayers. I want to thank everyone who was involved in my trial, especially the judge, made sure I was respect about the process. I have to thank my little guys, no cap, not giving up on me and putting say it's over. I want to thank every one of my fans support, lay out everything to the chin, nothing to the heart. And my spiritual faith is higher than they ever been, and I pray everyone out there is at peace and feel positive too.
But the other 5 charges Flock is found guilty of are from his gang members snitching on him. With it announced, K Flock reportedly used a firearm against someone who used one against his friend in 2020. Today, that friend testified against him. The snitch's name is Brockington, otherwise known as Dougie, but not to be confused with Flock's best friend Dougie B, because the snitch Dougie was arrested for selling. Instead of doing his time, he took a plea deal and threw Flock under the rug for everything. But surprisingly, Flock was still in positive spirits while on the jail phone with rapper Top 5.
Talk to them, Flock. Talk to them, my dog. Come home, man.
Lil TJ posted in support of Flock saying, "Free K Flock." But with Dougie snitching on Flock, it affects his release date heavy. In the transcript from the courtroom, we see prosecutors asking Dougie in court, "After you got hit, who called you in the hospital?" Dougie answers, "K Flock called. He said, you know we got you, bro." He follows it up saying he was going to retaliate
Don't let
against
them know.
me. And so the prosecutors confirm his testimony saying, "Flock hit them up in retaliation for you?" Dougie answered yes and mentioned someone got grazed during the incident. They even got Dougie to admit that Flock had a firearm and how he was on calls with rival team members who circled their block. This lines up with Oscar Hernandez's passing, with Flock's friend B saying,
Okay, but so I saw some fans who were.
I'm gonna leave that right alone. Prayers up to K Flock. At least he will have a release date and be coming home. But now you know it's a shame. Somebody who you take up for, who couldn't do the time for selling drugs, went and snitched on him. He took up for this guy. Wow, unbelievable. That's why you be solo dolo out there. All right, like, share, subscribe.